Hi, yo, Grant here from 21 Wise. Today, I would like to talk about mental illness and how I have a bone to pick with that bitch, okay? Before we get started, I do want us to decipher when I talk about mental illness, I am talking about coined terms like ADHD, Asperger's, borderline personality, bipolar, depression, anxiety, PTSD, childhood trauma. Actually, those are kind of different scope, but it's still part of your growth. Pretty much everything that would have been coined in my life, I'm sure, or something, or autism, whatever. Then decipher from mental disability, like your physical shit that hits up your neurons and electrons and makes you move goofy, okay? The physical stuff, that's mental disability, okay? Where do we even start with this? Okay, context for me. You probably look at me and you might be able to coin me to some sort of a connection of a mental illness. I do not take any medicine or big pharmaceutical medicines for anything that's mentally ill. All right. Mentally ill. Let's just talk about the wording of mentally ill, right? Mental is like thoughts, it's perceptions, how you view. So pretty much how you're viewing things in situations, we coin it as mentally ill or sickness. So what does the coin and definition of having ill and sickness do for human growth and evolving, right? When we put a coin term for someone coughing, there you go, Nika, get in there. Or you smell something bad, or it reminds you of like death, and we say, oh, that's sick. We know to stay away from that to evolve, right? We know that that's a bad thing. There's stigma to it. So when we match illness to sick, we already associate it with bad. So the question is, with all this mental illness and the medicines that were given to this, once again, I'm not saying don't take your medicine. Take your medicine if it helps you in your situation. We coin mental illness as if what your thoughts and how you're feeling is bad and sick and disgusting. You need to stay away from that. And it's not meant to be. You're not supposed to be like that. That's kind of fucked up. That's how I take it. I can maneuver and shape what I have in here to be who I am. But you're telling me I'm wrong? Fuck you. How am I wrong? And why are we taking medicine? Who are we taking medicine to be like? Who's the standard person? Who's normal? Who's out there walking that I have to take medicine to be like? Fuck that. Right? Alright, for those who like physics or knowing like deep, like, okay, how can you scientifically prove this? Well, I have no say in this fight on ethical standpoints and research papers and all that bullshit. But I do know that there is something that we have known as the smallest thing at this moment. We don't know what's before it or whatever, and they're called quarks, right? Quark is what's inside atoms that goes into neutrons, protons, woo woo, blue blue, and here we are, right? It's the smallest thing. That's the base of everything that we know of. It goes all the way up to space and whatever, right? They're quarks. And what it is pretty much up, down, it's a personality. It's a word. It's a thought, right? So yeah, maybe you have that beautiful, beautiful sweet nectar of like ADHD, which, okay, let's go a little crazier theories. I think it's like a creator gene. It's a very creative, genius way of living. You're very hypersensitive. You're in tune to life, right? If you look at the ones who's been diagnosed or kind of shown but never took medicine with it and just let it be, we're like Albert Einstein's, Michael Jordan, Phelps, Tesla, like, and we are constraining. We're telling this little thing that it's wrong. Well, anyways, let's put that quark in there. And that's a part of me. I'm going to let that thing be its fucking quark. Like that. You ever heard the term "that guy's quirky"? They're fucking living their quarks. You have your other quarks. Oh, depression, anxiety. I just can't. And when it feels ramped up in your situation, it's probably because they're trying to get to the path of yourself, but everything's distracting and it's blocking it, and it just fucking wants to go. The corks are energy. It wants to find you. It wants to dig deep. It's small. It's got a lot of moving to do. It wants to get in there. It wants to go back to what it is, you know? That's the cork. It's awesome. It's great. It's fucking mind-blowing. I love it. Nika, you're mind-blowing. Oh, here. All right. So I got corks out there, right? In my little conspiracy theory that ADHD is actually the creator gene, or whatever all these little corks is, it's meant to make you into a creator. All right? Bam, 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 bam. Back to context. Did I tell you I killed myself? I don't know. Well, there's a part. Okay, depression's a huge one, right? I got really deep into the psychology of nihilism or whatever, and then outside sources really got into my conscious being, and I got very hypersensitive to it. So yes, all these corks build this thing up where it developed me into a outer body disassociated experience that actually led to me trying to overdose and killing myself. So then when I wake up to it, overwhelming emotions. Yes, I'm feeling it. I'm embracing the sadness. I know I just wanted to go to nothing because I had a very strong nihilistic belief during that time. So when I say nihilist, it's the belief that life is overall meaningless, and yeah, good luck. Just give up. Just stop. That's pretty much what nihilism is. It's got to be exhausting to live as a nihilist, right? It was. But I'm more existential. All right, stop talking about yourself like that. Okay. Well, anyways, I went through the shit. I'm in the mental institution. You know, I'm going through this is very familiar. I've worked in prisons. I've worked in the military. This structure is so fucking familiar. It is putting order in my life, which is good. I needed that. You're putting me back on track. But that did not help because I was back into the normal fucking way of life. That's why you see everything crooked. I don't like the straight, everything the same. You're a number. I hate that shit. I really fucking do. And there you are. You're in an institution ward. You're in a psych ward. Made just like that. Number 1, number 2, get over here. This is how we do it. Yeah. Did not like that. And when I'm talking to the neurosciences and the... Ooh, I fell. Well, you fell. Neurosciences and therapists, I'd ask them, because they were ready to give you all the fucking medicine in the world. I was like, hold up. I don't need medicine. If I'm a nihilist, how can I believe in depression as if I know the definition of emptiness, loneliness? Did I say meaningless? True meaningless. You know, I'm not depressed. I'm as is right now. This is me. And it took them back. And just having a little philosophy held my worth in that conversation. There's nothing wrong with you guys. These tears are joy. Because I lived through it. These are happy tears. But joy and sadness is the same fucking thing. If life is beautiful, alright? I'm not sad. Don't feel bad for me, okay? I'm happy. This is great. And this is what I want to give you, okay? So, what is mental illness? If I'm able to be happy and have abundance of my life right now, am I really sick? And who is this order? Why is there order? So then here comes my little theory, and it seems like it's purposely placed for people to not be them true selves, right? Woo! Doggy damn! But bring it back, roll it in. Use your quirks, okay? Find philosophies dig inside yourself to get your true answers. Find your quirks and work them out. And the hardest thing to do with your quirks is to put it into a discipline. Yeah, I guess that's another thing. You need discipline. You have to not let them run free, because if you run them free, then you put blockers in there. They're going to get resistive to whatever blocker you have, and it's going to be a hell of a fucking fight. So why do I have a bone to pick with mental illness? Isn't that the title of this thing? I don't know. I hate the profit that companies make off of big pharma medicines for this shit. I don't like how it's glorified and making people tell the victim story with no solution of growth, and they just take that coin as is. I can't do anything. I'm so depressed. I'm down in the dumps. Nothing can help me. This is life. You let them tell you what your life is. Depression, that sadness you have, that's just a small moment of feeling. But when you get coined that you are a depressive person, you're going to think that feeling all the fucking time. It coined you in that. And on top of that, you want to... Ooh. I hope you guys see where I'm going. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope I did everything. I talked about the word mental illness and the stigma of how we make it sick. And I'm asking the question, can someone please tell me who's the standard person we're trying to be like? Why do we need to take medicine to be like that? Why are we ill? Why are we the disorder? Who the fuck are you? Where are you? Can you talk to me, please? Right? Your quirks. They're you. They're your personality. That's what they're made of. It's in you. Find them. They'll find you. They want you to. They want you to connect. Okay. These things you have, they might be the right little recipe in you for creativity. They're your nice little recipe of what your true purpose is. They are your nice little recipe for being, okay? It's your life, right? It's as is. How can we battle this? Look inward, man. That's another coin term we have is like selfish. We have selfish. Selfish has a good and bad because it's how you put it together. If you're selfish and superficious, yeah. If you're selfish and materious, yeah. But if you're selfish and compassionate, how do I look at you? Right? We and selfish. To be selfless, you have to be selfish. You have to understand yourself to help others. Like the other videos, you gotta love yourself before you love others. Everything is a pair. Everything is a fucking negative and positive. Everything contradicts. You gotta find the contradiction in everything, okay? Like mental illness and true self. That's a contradiction, okay? Are you mentally ill? No. In my eyes, you're not. You just need to find your answers. Alright, I love you. I hope this hit something somewheres with any of you. Please continue your medicine. Don't feel like you need fuck this bottle and throw it out and hit your neighbor. Don't do that. If you want to talk more about this topic to me, I'm all ears. I'm here for everyone. Or try to be in some sense or form, okay? Love you guys. Have a great day. Life, whatever. All that bullshit. Alright, have a good one. Bye.